Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Segment Podcast. This is episode 113, and we have an epic squad backstage. The Bentonville locals. We've got the owners of the Bike Inn, that is Tiffany and Jeremy. We also have the Narkansas with Scott and Brandon. So, going to be another episode on Bentonville. This time, it's going to be the local knowledge and things that you might want to know. So, as always, feel free to chat away, ask questions, and I can't wait to introduce these folks to you. And Joey, you definitely might want to have earmuffs again for this episode.
No, this is finally going to tell me how to get to Arkansas and get to the Bentonville place.
Oh man, based on the last episode, if you guys didn't get a chance to, it was all about what we experienced when we were there. We had Biking with Bobo on the show, his friend and best friend Tan Daddy Nate. We had Uncaged MTB with Joey Yates, but we had Eric and Brett talking about how epic that place was, and it was such a cool experience. It was hard to explain. There's like literally trails everywhere. So this episode is talking about all that great stuff that Bentonville has to offer. Joey, before we dive in, what are your questions on Bentonville?
How do I get there? What next plane that leaves?
Right? American Airlines. And also, just to chime this in, I'm sure we'll talk about it in the show too. If you fly there and you don't want to take your bike, and if you stay at the Bike Inn, they have decoys there. Did you know that, Joey?
I did not know that.
Yes.
That makes it even easier. Nice.
Oh, so cool. You can get a decoy while you're there. It's amazing. Before we also get started, let's do a whole shot award, shall we?
Well, our guests are the whole shot.
Does that qualify them for the whole shot?
I think we're gonna have a little disqualification again today.
Another disqualification. Two in a row.
Nice.
Last week was spokesman disqualified for getting on too early at 2 p.m. when the show starts at 5. And then the Narkansas hit to disqualify you. The whole shot award this time is going out to DBR MTB out of San Diego. What's up, boys? Good to see you on here. Heck yeah. Let's start by getting the owners of the Bike Inn on the show. Oh, yeah, we got Life O'Reilly in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. We have Trail Pimp. What's up, homie? Out of Northern California. And you guys ask questions. Here comes some of the locals for you. The owners of the Bike Inn that took this hotel and created it for mountain bikers by mountain bikers. We got Tiffany and Jeremy on the show. What's up?
Hey guys.
Hey, good to see you. Now, when you guys got to Bentonville, was the Bike Inn like an idea that sparked before you got there, or when you guys got there where you're like, we got to do something?
It wasn't an idea when we got here. We left Oregon, which was a hard decision for us, and we got out here in Arkansas, and we actually both saw the hotel for sale the same day, about 3 months after we moved here. Came home and told each other about it.
No way. You guys, was it like a sign? You guys just happened to drive by at separate times?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
we had a friend out in Oregon. He was more of an acquaintance, but he did a similar concept. It was called the Adventure Lodge in Herbert, where we lived. And we moved to Bentonville, and obviously the biking scene was insane. And we like to travel hostel style kind of sometimes when we're in Europe and things like that. And so, like, how do we create that community feel for mountain bikers, but also like make it affordable, make it cool? And we did. So the exact same day I came home and I was like, I found a motel today. And Jeremy's like, I found a motel today. And yeah. And so it ended up being the same property. And we met the owners, and they really liked our concept and our idea. And they were amazing community members, the Roth brothers, they're home builders here. And they loved our idea. And so they actually encouraged us to make an offer, and we did. And then it took off from there.
Oh, that is awesome. Wow, what a crazy way that started, like just by driving by, sparking that idea. Now, you guys were mountain biking heavily in Oregon when you were there, right? And then
I raced in the Cascadia Cup a little bit. We were in Hood River at the very end, so we rode Post Canyon quite a bit. Post Canyon Mountain Bike Forum was mine. I still run that on Facebook. We loved Oregon, the mountain biking. That's where I fell in love with mountain biking, true mountain biking, and the outdoors, to be honest. and we brought that back here to Bentonville, and they're just doing so much amazing things here for outdoor recreation. It's unbelievable.
Now, when you guys decided to go from Oregon to Bentonville, was it because you knew the mountain biking scene was just starting to kick off? Was it because of the outdoor scene there, or how did you guys end up out there?
We knew that it was starting to happen here. I came out in 19. They had an EWS qualifier race out here. It was a 2-day race in Eureka Springs. We flew in. Tiffany's family's about an hour north of us, so she got to spend time with them.
Oh,
it was
sweet.
an easy sell for me. And then I drove in, pre-rode, and raced, and I was absolutely blown away by the trails. And trails are pretty and beautiful everywhere, but the way that they make the trails here, they're like pieces of art that's built into the outdoors. It's really, really something to see.
Yeah, I can totally see that. I got a taste of it with the Narkansas. They were kind enough to tour us around while we were there, and fell in love with Kohler, fell in love with Slaughter Pen, fell in love with the castle, and cried when the airport said that it was time for me to take off. So, and I didn't report anything back to Joey, the podcast engineer here, because as we were out there, I just knew I couldn't tell or share anything with Joey. Joey was having some pretty bad FOMO, I think.
That's not true, Mark. You did share. You said that you had the cleanest bum you've ever had.
Oh yes, this is true. This is true. So the bike in has bidets, and I was like, Jess the maker, who picked me up from the airport and dropped me off, she goes, "Hey, check it out. There's be some clean bee holes in here."
The undercarriage gets beat up and you're in the saddle all day long. You gotta take care of it.
That's right. Gotta pamper it a little bit, little splashy splash. Yeah. And I liked it so much that I actually went online. I bought the exact same unit that you guys have. I bought the Tushy, and that is now hooked up in my own personal home bathroom right there.
Oh,
Yes. Once you go there, you can't go back.
Right, yes. Right. Yes. Squeaky clean. Like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Yeah. Now, when Joey had some images up of the bike in on here, and could you guys take us through, like, how many units is it? How many beds is it? And how close are we to the trails?
You got it. Go ahead, Eddie. Inside yours.
Yeah. So we have 13 rooms total. The main motel has 8 rooms. And then we have 4 small, we call them glamping pods out back. And then we have a standalone cabin. We have 16 queen beds total. And then we're about 1.5 miles to downtown. So nice. It's very close. Bentonville's also, we're constantly working on road safety and things like that. And so getting downtown is relatively easy. But yeah, we also, we have guests that come, from all over, but we also rent out the whole property. So if you ever have, a big group of your friends, or you want to do a conference or something like that, we have a lot of people that just take over the whole property. And so that's a super nice little option for our customers.
Oh, that's awesome. I could imagine like a whole squad staying the night there, like having the whole room, because what is also cool is that when you're done with riding and you get back to the bike in, not only the room's clean and comfortable, you actually get to park your bike in the room. You guys have hangers for the bikes in there, your helmets and everything. Everything's mountain bike related, how you've decorated the rooms. I think, Tiffany, you're in charge of home decor in there, right?
Yeah, I did all of the interior design on the property. We wanted it to feel nice and upgraded, but they're mountain bikers. So you don't want to go over the top. You want everybody to be comfortable. We also wanted that price point to remain very affordable for our guests and our customers. And so you get a queen bed. I mean, there's not a whole lot of frills, but we did think we were very purposeful in the way that we set the rooms up. So you do have in-room bike storage, which is beautiful. We have gorgeous racks from a local company that it's called Put Up Solutions. They do those racks. You have a chair, you got 2 nightstands. We have USB ports. So if you forget your little phone charger cube, we've got you covered. It's a beautiful space, but it's very functional. And that is probably the number one thing that we hear from the guests the most that they love, is that they can push their bike right on in there, because they are expensive and nobody wants to worry about that. They don't want it on their tailgate or something like that locked outside. And so that was a must-have for us.
Yes.
And we tried to do as much local as we could too. The bike racks are from a local company here. They're also a part of a local coffee chain here called Airship. They're the coffee shop that's inside Kohler that you only get to for biking or walking in.
Oh, I
All of
didn't
our art
realize
on the
that.
wall are all the athletes that you see in the pictures are all supplied to us through an Instagram competition. So they're organized that way. Our mattresses come from a town about an hour north of us. The glamping pods come from just a half an hour north of us. We try to do as much local as we could. We've got hats and gloves coming from a local guy as well, Bomb Squad. If you happen to have met them when you're out there.
Yes, yeah, met them at the festival for sure. In fact, I think one of the Bond Squad members, I believe, is he a shuttle driver at Eureka, probably?
I think he does highlight there as well.
Sweet. Yeah, dude, that all local. I think my room was unit number 3, and I had Carson Storch throwing a backflip over this gap with his dog, checking it out. I thought that was so cool. And then I love the logo. I'm gonna mess this up, but it's ride, sleep, repeat.
Bike, sleep,
Bike,
repeat.
sleep, repeat. I said that last time. Bike,
Yeah,
sleep,
every one of the rooms have a neon sign, and they all say bike, sleep, repeat. So that's kind of been our hashtag since we began.
I love that. We got, there it is right there. Joey's got it up. Bike, sleep, repeat. We got Trail Pimp in Northern California saying, bikes inside is the way to go. I'm too scared to leave my bike in the garage or outside. Yeah, for sure. Also, MTB Nick is saying, that sounds like an awesome place to stay at. Yes. Now, who designed in the back area? You've got the cots to like chillax in. You've got the fire pit. You've got cornhole. You've got like that patio area with the music and all the park tools that we could ever need. Plus a bike wash station. It looks like it's sponsored by Muck Off. There's like a station for your bike with like the full-on hoses. Was that stuff already there? Did you guys have to build that out?
So the pump house, the little house that the bike wash is on, was already there. There's also an outdoor shower attached to that as well. So if you're muddy and dirty or just prefer to shower out in nature like I do, we have a hot shower there. So the pump house is there. There's a piece of concrete already poured underneath of it. So we just put up some nice heater dividers and some plumbing. I wish it was sponsored by Muck Off, but we do have to buy our soap, unfortunately. But it is a great bike wash. And if you guys haven't tried the Muck Off bike wash system, it's about the most affordable quality thing you can get in cycling. It is fantastic. They're like $250, $300, and they work really well.
Yeah.
But the outdoor space came together pretty easy. We definitely ordered a fire pit. We called the backyard. We wanted to feel like you're in your backyard with your buddies hanging out around a fire pit, barbecuing, throwing bags, listening to some music, just having a good time after a day on the trail. You stay anywhere else, your day kind of ends wherever you get off the trail. You go back to your hotel and you're around the normal people that aren't there for the same thing. So we wanted to create a space that gets everybody together. Everybody's there for the same reasons. You're talking about the same stuff, making new friends, and maybe plan some other road trips down the line.
That's so cool. That's such a cool like social area that you guys created. And also, I'm gonna pop this up here too. Can you guys all see this on the screen? Did it show up?
Yeah.
You guys have van camping back there for all the mountain bikers that have vans. And Tiffany, you were alluding to this earlier, these little cabins. And then I see some dry camping there. Can you guys talk about these cabins?
Yeah, so those are glamping pods. They're made from a company about 30 minutes, like Jeremy said, 30 minutes north of us in Missouri. Super cute little concept. They do not have restrooms in them, but they have a queen size bed, a Keurig, a microwave, a mini fridge, a chair hanging for your clothes, everything that you need. But those pods in particular we have a guest lounge and a shower house. So right there, you guys are on it. Thanks, Joey.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've got 2 restrooms in there. There's a shower in there. You could also utilize the outdoor shower. But then we also have 3 van camping spots. The city does limit us to van camping only. We can't do pull behinds or anything like that. But if you have a Sprinter van or you're tent camping and on your truck, something like that, we have 3 spots that we provide at the property. And that gives you access to the shower house, which you still have coffee and a microwave and everything that you could need in there, and then access to the property. We also have coin-operated laundry on the property. 24-hour bike shop. Yeah, Jeremy, in that guest lounge, just kind of set up some parts and accessories that you might need if you forget anything at home. We really have tried to think of everything that somebody could need. We don't want you to have to leave if you don't want to. So
That is amazing. That is really cool about that. And when you've checked in, got everything tucked away, your bike built up from the air ride, then it's time to hit the trails, which are super close by. And I wanted to bring our friends on for this one, the Narkansas, who are coming in right here. What's up? What's up? We got
Yo,
Hey, what's
yo. In the house. What's going on?
That's right. That's right. We got Brandon and Scott. What's
Yeah.
up, boys?
Killing it.
Yes.
The usual.
So we got a chance to go with an Arkansas. I got the hat on right here, an Arkansas.
Yeah.
And you guys, all four of you, when you first jumped on backstage, the first thing I wanted to do was jump through the screen and grab one of those decoys from the bike in and then go ride with you guys. DVR saying my dudes.
Yeah, what up, fellas? Those are my
We are
boys.
representing pretty hard.
So
The boys.
you guys knew all the spots and we had limited time. We were only there for 4 days and you guys showed us such a great time at the festival, where to go in combination with the bike in. One of the things that we didn't get to mention yet is that the bike in has a shuttle called the Freedom Shuttle. And the Freedom Shuttle does what it says. It shuttles you to freedom and fun. And so we got a chance to go to all these different places. On Thursday, we all went to Thunderdome with Jeremy and Tiffany. And dude, Thunderdome, does that happen every Thursday?
it's actually, we've changed. It's been changed this year. It used to be until we ran into weather issues. So this year we are doing a 6-week Thunderdome in the spring, and we're going to do a 6-week in the fall. And so we are on.
We've got 2 weeks left.
We've got 2 weeks left because we've had a little bit of weather. But yeah, it's a grassroots. It started with Kohler Mountain Bike Preserve and some friends of ours. Skirt Reynolds is the MC, but it's a bunch of kids, adults, everybody. We all meet out there on Thursdays. We grill out hot dogs. We give away watermelon, and the whole town shows up. And it's a dual slalom race out at Kohler.
Dude,
That's cool.
Yeah, I was like, this is a party when we got there. And Jeremy was like, you can't miss Thunderdome, bro. It's the kickoff for the Bentonville Bike Fest. And I thought, okay, we're going to go to these trails. There's going to be some people racing and there's going to be an announcer. I had no idea that it was full on drone pilots pumping music from a DJ, people up top talking in a big screen TV with the drone footage right behind the riders. The place was popping off. It was crazy. It was
shout
awesome.
out Benton Drones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anderson's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. So now talk to us about that system, because that wasn't far from the hotel at all. And what is that whole Kohler area, you guys? Because that was crazy fun.
So Kohler's a 300-acre mountain bike preserve or nature preserve built for mountain biking. It was donated, it was bought from the Kohler family by the Walton family, and they were going to turn it into a private homestead. They decided instead it was too pretty and too nice, so they wanted to give it to the people. So it now falls under the Peel Compton Foundation.
Wow.
All the trails inside there, so Esther's Loop, Oscar's Loop, Here Comes Johnny, those are all names of family members of the Kohler family that was originally there.
No way.
There's an airship coffee and about a mile in. You can only get to for biking or hiking in. That's where the original homestead was. There's a beautiful barn there with a neon sign that says Paradise Found. It's a pretty special place. Nice crystal clear water creek running through the middle of it. It's a fantastic place.
Good Lord, man. I want to go back there. I can see it now. I'm chilling at the airship, having a beer with the guys and girls. We had a big squad staring at the barn, listening to the creek go by and wondering, did I die and go somewhere awesome? Like,
Or you were just wondering why you don't live here already?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We had so much fun out there. And I can't believe they just built that area up and donated it back. And that's just one of many systems out there. That's so nuts.
Yep.
Now, one of the cool things that was great about the trip is you guys with the Narkansas, you guys came from skateboarding and then got into the MTB scene, but you guys are all about community, all about the Stoke, all about the trails out there. How did the Narkansas kind of like start off, and where are they going?
Well, I guess. Well, first off, I'll go ahead and correct your pronunciation because all my guys will hate it if I don't. But I would say we are the Narkansas,
Oh yeah.
possibly singular. Maybe it sounds singular. I love the name of the Arkansas state anyway. So many people get our name confused with like they'll say like Narkansas, or as Bobo said, Narkansas.
Yeah.
Adding that harsh in on there. But I think the thing is that, you know, our goal is to like be like promoting the state. You know, like whatever you're shredding in the state, like, you know, we want to be a part of it and just like shout in the background, I guess, and film you.
Yeah. It's like if you're doing something NAR, we want to see it, share it, post it, tag us.
And I think like sharing, you know, like if there's anything that's like universal with all of this is like sharing the stoke. And yeah, I think Narkansas is a really like universal like thing for that. It's a universal vehicle for that. But we started in skateboarding, like you said, that was 2008, I think, something like that. And this was actually years ago. Scott owned a skate shop and I rode for the skate shop. And he was the one that told me like, you should just make Arkansas a brand. And I was like, nah, I just didn't really want to, you know, like, I don't know why I didn't, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, do it, man. That's just a cool idea.
You literally
we
just
need
said,
like a
it.
local brand around here. And it was just a skateboard thing for a while, but then, you know, we all kind of broke off and did our own thing. And Brandon kind of I moved it back to San Diego and he came out to hang out and he's like, you got to get a mountain bike, bro. You're going to love it.
I literally like came out with a mission. Like, dude,
yeah,
I know you're into fitness. I know you're into like, and then we skate. I was like, this is like fitness plus skate. Like this, if you put those two things together, like you get mountain biking. You like, or at least modern mountain biking.
Right.
And like I rode mountain bike back in like I want to say like 2001 or something. And there's a trail system here called Kessler. Kessler used to be like on this guy's property. Actually, Caleb Johnson, he's actually told me the story of this. He's in the chat. There was a family that owned part of that property, and they like did not like that like mountain biking was involved in it or something like that. But like it was a single track, like I mean single like track, and it was nothing of what it is today. But Kessler is super dope, and I mean, Mark, we only rode Bentonville.
I know. There's like Rogers. There's a bunch of other areas. I mean,
dude, it really is insane. I mean, I think I made the comment to you that we only touched maybe 5% of the trails or something like that.
Good Lord.
You know?
Good Lord.
And there's more to come.
That is crazy.
I mean, y'all know.
Yeah.
The quote I heard last week was, we are just getting started.
Yeah.
We are just getting started. And so there's so much coming.
I think we have roughly 300 miles in Bentonville. And I don't know how many miles are down in Fayetteville with Kessler and Centennial. And
you know, I'm actually ignorant to the figures.
There's a Weddington one, right?
There's Weddington. There, honestly, we could go on because it's literally everywhere. I honestly would challenge, if you don't know about Arkansas trails, like open up Trail Forks and just like take a peek, because it's kind of insane. It's a little sensory overload at times, but I want to say that this might have been maybe like two years ago. I was talking to somebody, I won't name names, but like it was a reputable source that told me that at that point 2 years ago that they were only at, I want to say 15% of the overall goal.
Oh my gosh.
And that's, I mean, we're just skimming the surface. I mean, there's so many things proposed that's going to go down here that I'm really excited
that is insane
to be a part of.
There's actually a question for you all here coming from Caleb Johnson. Speaking of Caleb, he's saying, is it true there is a ski lift coming to Bentonville?
You guys know anything about that?
That is not true. We hear it's going into Bella Vista.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Wow.
You heard it here first, gents.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I'm not familiar with the geography. Where is Bella
Sure.
Vista in relation to like Rogers and Bentonville? Is it all NWA?
You know, I could probably give you the best representation whenever we were standing on the Castle Hub.
Yes.
If we were looking down trail, if you just look behind you, that's Bella Vista, other side of the highway, and then out that way.
Oh
Yeah, so
my
it's,
gosh.
We live in Bella Vista. We live Blowing Springs area, and we're a 5-mile pedal to the downtown square in Bentonville from Bella Vista. So that's how close it is. It'll be somewhere in that area.
That's cool. I didn't know it was going to be in Bella Vista.
Oh,
That's cool.
This is a segment exclusive, folks.
I'm telling you,
Exclusive, Joey.
I heard it was going to be. Again, this is all just rumor because it's just all hearsay. But like I had heard something about Mount Magazine, just because of the elevation that they have there. And if there's not going to be a chairlift thing there, there's going to be something there. I mean, absolutely, there's going to be something there.
Wow.
And something to mention about the trails, we've talked about, that there's just a lot of them. That there's a lot of trails. But what's really unique about this place is every trail here is park quality. They're made to the same standards as parks. So it's like they built a park that's completely free everywhere, every single day, all around this town. So when you're riding on trails here,
it's like you're riding in a bike park.
That's right. Everywhere.
It's Disneyland for mountain bikers.
That's what I call it. It's like being at Disneyland and you're running to the line for the next ride. It's just.
But there's nobody in line.
That's right.
You just like, oh wait, there's nobody here. I guess I'm just gonna drop in. Don't tell too many. Maybe we don't want this podcast to get too far out. Maybe we don't want to.
It's too late. The cat's out of the bag.
We still want them. Come.
Yeah, right. We need you. Come on.
Like Joey not knowing where it's at. Like when I moved back, I guess my daughter's boyfriend's parents were like kind of happy that people don't know where it's at.
It's a secret. We don't want it to get out.
I have people to this day that I can't believe didn't pay attention in geography class because they're like, is that over like on the East Coast by Georgia or something?
Nobody,
like,
isn't that funny?
This
is the weird part about Arkansas where like some people just don't know exactly where it's located on a map.
X and A is the airport code and the motels.
That's right. Just come on.
Yes.
Just put in X and A and come on.
Gem, man. This state is amazing.
And that's cool. I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know about the decoys that you guys have at the bike in. That's really cool.
Yeah, we got.
I might need to stay.
Large. We don't have a big fleet. We have a medium and large though, and we also run tours. We do mountain bike tours. We can put together river excursions for you on the Kings of the Buffalo. We can do paddle boards on the Little Sugar through Bella Vista. Anything you want to do, we can do. We've run a couple adult summer camps for some friends and groups like that coming in. So we got weddings, we've got bachelor parties. We've got a veteran bike camp there right now. They're here currently on site. Everybody's either got TBI or PTSD issues or sexual trauma from the military, and it's called Hired Rounds is the name of the organization. Nice. But they're running around Women of Oz or running guided rides for them, and they're coming in having a good time, staying about a week with us and exploring everything out here. Not all of them are mountain bikers either. They're all learning the sport as we speak.
That's awesome.
And this is the perfect place too. Like Slaughter Pen or Kohler, like I can literally take somebody that barely knows how to ride a bike there's enough for them to go, I want more. You can just do some little bumps and then you go, I want more. Well, there's the next level and it's just a little bit more and a little bit more. And next thing you know, you're sending it across 14-foot tables.
Yeah. As a female, I know that like there are a lot of barriers to mountain biking for women. It's scary if you don't know what you're doing. And the amazing thing about Bentonville in Northwest Arkansas is it's true progressive trails. So like what's a blue on a mountain bike park was too much for me probably, but here there's so much for me to ride that isn't a 14-foot tabletop, right? And so that's what I encourage like all of the women that are even wanting to remotely get into the sport, come visit here. We do have some amazing organizations. Women of Oz is one of them. We have some awesome just women that coach here, and you can never have been on a mountain bike. And I guarantee you after 4 hours, you're going to be riding trails and you're going to be like, I'm a mountain biker.
And you're going to buy a bike and then you're diving in.
And then you're going to be like, I need to move to Bentonville because
Yeah.
you become obsessed. And the community, that's the other thing, you know, the mountain bikers, the community is so tight and it's so small. And all of us are so supportive of one another. I feel like there's not a lot of that jealousy in mountain biking. And so I just encourage anybody that wants to try, come here. And there are so many resources and so many people that are so excited to just have people on a bike around here that you won't have any problem making friends. You won't have any problem finding what you need or where you fit in, I guess. It's something to see. And that's what makes this place so special, in my opinion, is that anybody can ride a bike here, not just the good people.
Yeah, and that is very true. And another thing to add to that is every weekend is like when going, you know, Mark in San Diego, you know, when there's an event at Sky Park or when Snow Summit opens, you know, everybody's there. It's this huge event. It's almost like that here every weekend. Like I can just go to Slaughter Pen and I will know at least 5 to 10 people and meet 10 people from somewhere with their group of guys. And I love it because I just love going to mingle. I'll just go by myself and go, hey man, where are you guys from? We're from Minnesota. We're trying to find Jesse's Last Stand. Let's go. I'll show you where it's at.
Good one.
And that's my weekend, every weekend. I love it. It's just so much fun.
That's so awesome. Yeah. And then just the way that everything is done, like money is no obstacle.
Yeah, you don't have to pay no $80 lift ticket.
It's like if Disneyland were free.
Yeah.
Right. Just the way that the trails were built and the way they look, like riding the masterpiece alone, just getting laps on the masterpiece. I was looking at the way that they created that with the metal and then like how
Jeremy
you're dropping in. It is just like, I could look at this all day. It's beautiful. And then when we went to the castle, just the signs like, Catapult, such a good trail.
Yeah, Medieval. Did you go to Medieval? Did you do
They're building another trail there too.
Another one?
It's already in the works. Yeah.
There is?
Oh,
yeah.
How did I not know about this?
I don't know what it's going to be.
It's big and it's in the middle.
It's right in the middle. And I'm hearing it's a black, or a hard blue, but I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
Yeah, who knows? Jeremy might know.
I think Jeremy's got some.
We were just talking to some of the Trailblazers that are out there digging yesterday, but they have the Mini X out there and
sick.
in a good size.
Yeah, shout out to the Trailblazers also. They do so much. They do so much.
They really do.
West Arkansas.
They really do.
To maintain. Yeah. And that's something else that's special about here. We have the Trailblazers are full-time. They're constantly doing maintenance on the trails. Like, you know, you go other places and a trail hasn't been cleaned up for 6 years.
There's no like trail advocacy in a lot of other places. I think that's the biggest thing that I've heard is that like the infrastructure here is really what's propping up this area as a mountain bike source or destination, where other places may not have like cleanup programs or just businesses that are dedicated to mountain biking as a whole, or like as a like that's their mission. And Trailblazers, like they're just constantly fixing trails, revising trails, getting money for trails. I mean, like they're literally like such a great vehicle for like this place. I don't know if every locale had a Trailblazers, like mountain biking would be like
amazing,
huge.
Yeah, I had heard.
Go ahead, Mark.
Oh yeah, I had heard that the Trailblazers are employed by the city. Is that correct? Is that how they, or somewhere the funds are coming from where there's like full-time employees that are doing?
They're full-time. They're definitely full-time.
I'm not don't quote me on this, but I believe that the way that it works, the Trailblazers or the there's only about 10 Trailblazers that work for Trailblazers specifically, and they're a 501c3 nonprofit that falls under one of the Walton Foundations in some form or fashion. The money flows into them that way, but they direct the building and maintaining of all the trails, and then they'll decide what trail building companies. And we have about 8.
Yeah, they dish out the contracts.
That's right.
And I think that, you know, if I were a trail company, that's the people that I'd want to be on the good side of.
Yeah. And with that too, we got some other stuff that's really neat too. What's the name of that company that's got the cameras out there now?
Oh yeah, we have a new. There's a.
Oh, the trail company,
Tag.
the trail cameras.
Cameras, yeah.
you
So
can
they
tag, yeah.
these two guys
RFID.
invented- yeah, these RFID tags, and they're sporadically placed on the good stuff. There's most
The
of
good
them
trails.
are Kohler, actually. I think
Kohler in the castle.
Kohler in the castle.
Kohler, yeah,
and so
right.
if you have this on your bike, as you go over, whatever feature it is, it takes a picture of you, and then it goes directly to your phone.
To your email.
Holy cow.
So you rent the RFID tags. They're $5 a month or $30 a year. And you rent that's tied right to your email.
So you just don't even need a photographer.
Don't even need a photographer. So it's literally Disneyland, right? You're getting a footage, dropping
Yeah,
down,
you're right. It's
bouncing
like
on the roller
Disneyland.
coaster.
Yeah,
And
like
mountain
the log
bikers
riders.
love pictures of themselves. Let's be honest.
Footage,
It's true.
clips and
It's
clips.
true.
Yeah. And then there's another one called Flow Feed. So we had stormed on this morning, like absolutely torrential down.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I lost power in the
Downpour.
studio.
Yeah, but we have
Yeah.
this company called Flow Feed. They have got actual hardware on the trails in the forests that tell the trail condition, the soil condition, whether
yeah.
that trail is rideable or
have
not
heard
rideable.
What?
Yeah.
We got a link on our
Real
website.
time.
It's at Navigating Our Trails on our website, and then you can click on Flow Feed. But it looks like a trail page. There'll be greens, yellows, and reds, and that's not the rating of the trail. That's the current condition.
That's
of
the
trail.
condition.
Greens, ready
Yeah.
to go with it.
Oh
Literally
my-
real time
That is
trail
very
updates based on
sick.
the weather.
It is.
Yeah, that is.
Oh my
That's pretty
gosh.
dope.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Now, shout out on top of that next level, DBR MTB saying, damn, that is next level. And speaking of
next
next
level.
level, this really nice gentleman was like talking me through the hammer for the first drop. He's just like, you just need 2 cranks at it. You don't need that much speed.
It's hammer
And
talk. It's hammer time.
there used to be like landing bumps, like brake bumps would be before a berm. There used to be landing bumps. And then he talked about some kind of tech that they put into that landing so that it would smooth out and not get all ruffled. I forget what they put in the soil, but come to find out that was Tom Walton who helped talk me through that. And I was just like blown away. Like, what the hell is going on around here?
That sounds right.
That is all
Yep.
next level out there. Holy
Yep.
cow. So something that tells you if the trails are ready to go. And I did see the RFID camera. I think we saw it at the castle, and then for sure I saw it on
Yeah,
Cease
it's
and
on. It's
Desist.
at the castle. I think
Yeah.
at the beginning of Catapult,
It's at cease and desist.
Yeah.
Cease and desist.
and then the drop at Cease and Desist.
Oh my gosh. How? Joey, look at your face, Joey. I'm just gonna get a solo.
He's
layout
just
of Joey's
bewildered.
face.
Better. Crazy.
Yeah,
He's
screenshot
he's
bewilderness.
coming next time for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh,
I don't
Joey's
even need
popping
to
up.
bring my bike either. They already have one there.
Yeah.
Right, we are very e-bike friendly. This has quickly become the e-bike mountain bike capital of the world too.
Yeah.
Let's
Right.
get people out there and ride. Let's go have fun. Who
Just
cares
bring
what's
your
going
body, Joey. That's all you need.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
The bike will take you the rest of the way.
Everything else taken care of.
Everything there being so close and connected once you get there, and then to have the decoy would be amazing because I brought the Capra and I love the Capra. It's a great bike, but with 300 miles of trails and only 4 days to squeeze it in, and I'm only pumping out 15 to 20 miles a day, I'm never going to see it all.
You're not.
Yeah.
on.
But
Yeah, that's what we tell people all the time. And we people, I'm going to say, I don't care how good of a rider you are, you cannot cover the trail system here in the amount of time that you think you can.
Unless you're pacing from Red Bull.
Yeah.
Yes.
Payson did all of the trails in one day.
Oh,
Like,
that's right. Yeah.
We've had a
What?
lot of trails.
That was
built
very
since then.
intense.
He's actually
Yeah.
even said, man, I'm glad I'm not having to do that anymore. It would be hard to cover. But yes, so we do tell everybody, like, there's no shame. Take the e-bike.
yeah,
Also be ready to want one after you ride it because they're sick.
yes, they are.
But
sick.
yeah, come and rent one even for a day, just so that you can experience a little bit more, and you can see as much as you can.
Yes,
That's what we tell people anyway.
totally. Yeah, American Airlines wouldn't let me fly with the decoy. And then I was talking to Jeremy once I got there, and he goes, man, maybe you could have like just flown the frame out, left the battery at home, and we could have rented you a battery for the day or given the battery for the day. I'm like, damn, that's a good business
That's a good point.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Just got a
curious
spare
about
battery.
Well,
too,
the
Mike.
Yeah.
it's like the batteries blow
Oh.
up in flight. Like lithium batteries have been having like
Mhm.
issues in flights. But I think that's the primary factor.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was. I wish I did. Somebody had the business idea of actually having like a mail order e-bike battery business. So if you're out there and you're looking for something to do,
Yeah.
there it is. But you can do it from anywhere. You can ship them through UPS. The YT just shipped me a brand new one right through UPS. Right to my house.
You could
the YT might want to do that when they open the mill up next.
Yeah,
spring.
just have spare
Yeah.
batteries.
Just have batteries
just
here.
rent batteries.
Yeah. But it's a great idea though. You could be anywhere in the country and people would be going anywhere and take their frames and you could have a bike, you could have a battery waiting for you when you got your
and you could
hotel
just
or your
you could
Airbnb
just
or
fly
whatever.
with your frame or like your
Yeah.
bike,
Your
the bike
bike.
aside from the battery. Yeah.
Oh, baby, I got to do that. Joey, we got to go back.
I'm
We
gonna have to
both.
pick up the phone and
We're gonna
call
He's got
it.
Joey's got the red phone back there. That's the direct line to the president of YT. So, Joey, I'm gonna put you on
Make it
hold.
all.
Go ahead.
Battery rentals, definitely. We'll
Give
make
Jeff
that happen.
Taylor a call.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get the helicopter.
Yeah,
You guys will be there in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think that would be awesome, and I love that you guys offer the decoy there at the bike inn, which is super sick. Now, one of the places that is close to the bike inn that I loved in the Narkansas, talk me about this,
In Arkansas.
is
Arkansas.
Butter and Biscuit. Good
Oh,
lord,
yeah.
That's
So
a great
good.
place.
what the heck?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Did you get the cinnamon roll? I hope you got the cinnamon roll.
I think I got everything when I was there.
I'm not brave enough for the cinnamon roll.
Oh, it's next level. When you talk about next level, it's got a caramel chocolate sauce and they top it with cream cheese icing. Like the butter
Every
biscuit.
every day I went to pick them up, they're like,
Oh.
"We're at the buttery biscuit." We're on our
You
way."
did say that every time. I was
should've
like,
just
man,
went to the
they're
buttery biscuit to
every
pick you up.
every second they're not
Yeah.
running.
I felt so bad for you guys because you were
Oh,
like,
it's all
"Hey,
good,
we're
man.
here at the bike inn." I'm like, "Oh, bro, we're still
We're
at
still
the
eating.
yeah."
Yeah, we're still eating at the buttery biscuit.
Now, for the folks that are foodies out there, let's talk about the coffee out there. The coffee is also next level. What in the heck is going on with the coffee beans out there? Because Jeremy, you made a couple of comments about the coffee, and everywhere I went was just amazing. What is happening?
Onyx is the premier coffee brand there in Bentonville,
So
and they
great.
do something like 2,000. They roast like 2,000 pounds of beans a day or something ridiculous, and they roast right in Rogers, and they're one of the world's largest distributors as well. But they're also one of the premier distributors. They win all the high-end barista and coffee competitions around the world. They're up there at the top names. I'm not a big coffee connoisseur, but I do know that
They do that.
special coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that place. I'll serious. I do not have one nearby me, but I will go out of my way. I'll go the complete opposite direction to go to Onyx.
Yeah.
Like
Dang.
not even.
We are getting a Starbucks. I hope they go in there pretty quick.
Yeah, I noticed that there was no Starbucks, and then when we landed back in LAX, there was like, did they take over another corner? What's happening over here? But I love like the local feeling of Bentonville. The mountain bike stoke and community is amongst everybody. I mean, when I was just riding from the festival to the hub at Kohler, for example, there were so many families, grandmas, little kids, all on bikes, whether they were just cruising next to the creek or climbing up pedal assist to the trails. It was amazing. I was blown away.
That's why this is the capital of the world. It's not that we have the most epic trails or anything else, but you truly have true progression, and anybody can come out and go mountain biking. You can get on an e-bike if you're not in shape. You can get on a regular bike if it's been a while. Whatever you want to do, there's something for you here.
Dang, I love that.
100%,
And
yeah.
I got to see that, which was so cool. Questions coming in from Caleb Johnson. Caleb is saying, rumor has it that Specialized is moving to the Ledger building. Any industry inside scoop?
Confirmed.
Yeah, they're here. They opened an experience center, so you can go in there.
Yeah, I think they got more space coming too on one of the other floors.
They
Yeah.
do. Yeah. So Specialized is here. YT is coming. They're going to have a place here. Fox just opened over Bike Fest weekend. They opened a retail store here.
Victoria Tires is here now. A couple
Yeah.
other tire companies I had heard are coming in as well.
Yeah, the industry is definitely shifting, and a lot of places are moving their headquarters to Bentonville.
Yeah, I
For
think
obvious reasons. Like,
yeah, I think that's where the we were to not go too far off the mountain bike capital comment. Like I know a lot of other areas have a big problem with that phrase, and as Jeremy was saying, it's not so much about it is the trails. The trails have a lot to do with it, but it was what I was talking about earlier, the infrastructure. Like when you combine the infrastructure and the trails, we're doing something that not a lot of other places are doing, you know.
Yeah.
And I say we because we're just such a small part of this thing, but we are, you know, I feel like, you know, we're just a little gear in the cog of the engine that is this area, you know. A lot like the Bike In, you know, like you know, we're all just kind of part of this thing, trying to move this vehicle forward. You know, you put all those gears together and then we're really moving.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I do love, is because there are so many of us that have showed up here, and like the community, the sense of community that is here, I've never felt anything like it. So you get Southern hospitality, like that's a thing, obviously, because we're in Arkansas, but people go out of their way to take you somewhere. People go out of their way to show you something. People go out of their way to tell you their favorite restaurant or breakfast spot or coffee spot. And so that's what makes this place really special. Like, you really can come here and make a new friend.
Yes.
And any day you show up. And that's what was so important to us with our business, is how do we show what's happened to us and how much we love this place and how people have been to us. How do we, pass that on and pedal it forward? And so that's kind of what does make this place so special is just the people here, and everyone's so stoked. Like, everybody here, they're moving here for a reason. They're starting businesses here for a reason. And so it's contagious. That's the best way to say. So once you get here, you feel it. Like, it's buzzing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how you end up with hardware on the trails and automatic cameras, because there's so many people coming here for the same reason, that it's just everybody just compounds on top of each other's, and the ideas that are thrown around are wild, but it's all the time.
Yeah. Like the idea that Ledger building is a building that you can pedal up to your office. What the heck?
Yeah.
It's over the top, but it's perfect.
Yeah. I mean, if you
Awesome.
you ask any mountain bike brand, hey, do you want a corporate office where you can just bike to the office? I mean, I think that they'd be cool with that,
Yes. Yeah.
And you can run some laps on your lunch break.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
You get a start drop because you get the top office and you shred down.
No, we're laughing, but like the Chamber of Commerce every Friday afternoon, like, what Chamber of Commerce does a mountain bike ride?
Oh, that's
every
right. Yeah.
Friday? Like, you just show up and everybody goes and rides bikes on Friday afternoon. So
that is a very fair point.
Very special. Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah. Even on Thursday night, coming off a Thunderdome, it was like meeting all these people and so much stoke and all different types of people on bikes. And it was just like, I came from BMX. I just started. I just moved here. Never was there somebody. Go ahead, Scott.
There's so many group rides too, like for all levels. Like, and there's like Ride NWA hosted by Justice Barry.
Shout out to
he
Justice.
does every Monday night at 6. We do an e-bike group ride, and it's so much fun. We just charge everything. There's like 15 or 20 of us sometimes, and we just have a blast. It's fun. And there's ones for women, for beginners, for experts. There's just so many different things you can do.
I just stumbled on a new Specialized is doing one every Wednesday at 2:30. Just stumbled onto that one the other day. Yeah.
See, I mean, there's just you can find a group ride for yourself any day of the week.
And then when the YT mill comes, then there's going to be a YT group ride.
Yeah, exactly. And I was blown away because of the type of people that are out there. You just never know who you're going to be with. Jeremy had picked us up at the Freedom Shuttle, and Carson Storch was on the bus with us. And I was like, what the hell is Red Bull rider Carson Storch? Like, I don't even know what to say. And when we got in the festival, he got us the VIP parking in the far back. I was like, this is awesome. I love this place.
Yeah.
That's great.
We got a question right here from Caleb. He's asking, based on the city, who has got the best post-ride margaritas in Bentonville? I've had the Hub, but are there others?
Okay, well, I'm just going to throw it out there.
Get it, Tiff.
We are Hub people. The Hub is our jam. It's our post-ride hang. The frozen margarita is the best in town.
We might be biased. This might be a biased group to ask a question.
My girlfriend and I are there every Saturday. She gets the Oz Sunset every single time.
Yeah.
We're there every Saturday.
Yep.
I just found out you can also get a peach. You can get a peach frozen. And what are they?
Oh, you can add all kinds of flavors.
Yeah.
But the hub is the
carte.
hang for the mountain bike community. If you're a graveler, I would say that the Meteor, which is like a coffee shop / bike shop, like the hub, it's similar. If you're a graveler, the Meteor's where it's at. They have wine and cocktails and stuff, but
yeah, chain lube and champagne is their tag.
yeah, chain lube, espresso, chain lube, and champagne.
That's
pretty fun.
Yeah, that's
How
right.
can you go wrong?
And then the hub is let's see, it's a work, ride, refuel. So kind of like everybody in town has this 3-word, marketing scheme going on. But
So
but yeah, but another good margarita if anybody's in town. One of our favorite places to eat is Bentonville Taco and Tamale, and they also have a pretty bomb margarita as well.
I haven't been there.
Ooh.
That sounds
Oh,
good.
so good.
Yeah.
Throws a mojito and you get a free koozie with it.
You
Yeah.
do. They
Oh.
serve their margaritas in a Tervis tumbler. Does anybody know what that is?
Mm-mm.
Like the double-walled insulated cup, so it
Oh.
stays frozen.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
It doesn't melt. No, it's
Damn.
impressive.
Nice.
This
Yeah.
is
Tea
Disney for
extras.
bikes.
That's
this
nice,
is Disney
that's
for mountain
nice.
bikes.
It is.
I have a feeling we're going to go there.
All right, we're out of here. Podcast over.
Now, all these places are now the Waltons. Yes, they have like a big influence there. They're national. They're huge, and thank goodness that they love mountain biking to help kick all this off. But I noticed a lot of companies in town were mom and pop. So the hub, for example, that's not a big chain, is it? Is it owned and operated by a local Bentonville person?
Yeah.
That's progressive, right? But
Yeah, Progressive Trail Design. They're a trail builder. His name's Woody. Him and his significant other own that. And then, sorry about that. They also own Progressive Trail Design, and then he also owns a fashion company called Bearded Goat, which is like mountain bike apparel and outdoor clothes. Yeah, it's really everyone here. It is a lot of mom and pops. We don't have a lot of chains here, which is my favorite thing about this place. Is it almost every dollar you spend here is going to go back into the pocket of a small business, and that's super special for us to have so many cool places that aren't chains. And so it just shows the innovation and the creativity that people have around here to make something new and different. And if you've been out on the West Coast, food trucks are a big thing. Like we're getting ready to get like a food truck lot with a beer tap. That's getting ready to happen.
The dive.
And then the dive is a cool place downtown. So there's just the list is already a great list of where great spots are, but it's just going to continue getting bigger and growing. And so if you love food and drink and you want to start a life here too, like we'll take you as well.
Yeah, that is so
and you'll probably start riding mountain bike.
And then
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that house is still for
100%.
sale. Mark, I think that house is still for sale
across from Slaughter
Leopard
Pen.
Loops. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Leopard's Loop. We
Leopard's
kicked
Loop
out
across from
right
Leopard's
there.
Yes.
Saw
I
a
think
sign was
Eric
like,
was down to go in on it with you.
he's got the cash in the bank. He might pull
Yeah.
the trigger before I could even get the listing.
He might be
Yeah.
doing it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like, wait,
He's
Mark's
putting
on
it
it.
off.
Hold on.
that bastard.
Leopard's Loop, that's everybody's favorite. When I do my tours, no matter anybody's riding level,
Yeah.
straight
It's a
beginner or
very
double
good
black. You come
Yeah,
out of Leopard's
all
Loop
around.
and you hit that sidewalk, and everybody's just got a big smile on their face every time.
Yes.
Every time. That's like
Yeah.
a go-to
And then-
for a warm-up.
And I always like blow people's mind when I'm like, oh, it glows in the dark too. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
what?
Yes.
Hold on.
It's like it looks like asphalt, but there's something in the asphalt that collects the sunlight during the daytime, and then whenever you hit it with a light at nighttime, it reflects back at you.
Damn,
It's great.
that is insane. Endless amounts of thank you, Waltons.
and honestly, like we do have to say thank you. I a lot of people ask how does this happen? And the grandsons, Tom and Stuart of Mr. Walton, who started Walmart, they have been so generous and with their wealth, and they've reinvested in our community. And this place would not be what it is if it weren't for Tom and Stuart. And like, I can't say enough like about them and their philanthropy work and what they've done for this community, because not everybody does that. Right. And so they don't have to. And so I'm super grateful for what they've done. And it's forever changed our lives. And so that's kind of the way that we look at it.
Yeah, it's not just this community; it's this region. You know, it's the Midwest,
Northwest
and
Arkansas,
South,
Midwest.
Right?
Yep.
We're both from Oklahoma, Missouri. You know, obesity is a problem all over the country, and especially bad in this part of the country. And they're showing that you can get out in the outdoors and have a good time and enjoy yourself and get fit and be healthy. And it's speaking of that, it's not just mountain biking here. The rock climbing is insane. The hiking is world class. The rivers are unbelievable. Some of the best river systems I've seen anywhere on the planet. They're unbelievable.
And Bentonville is actually fixing to get a world class skate park.
Oh,
yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, so we've been in the meetings for that for a while. Yeah. So California Skate Parks is a big worldwide contractor. And they've been working with the city of Bentonville, and it's in the works right now. It's in the books.
You know where it's going?
I think it's
8th Street? Somewhere on 8th Street?
You know,
that makes sense.
I want to say that it's closer. What's the climbing gym?
Climb
Bentonville, and then the brewery over there, Bentonville Brewery. I want to say it's over there somewhere. It's going to be over there somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Osage Park. That's it.
Yeah, well, they're building a $65 million whitewater kayaking park 30 miles to the west of us.
Oh my gosh.
The nation's largest whitewater kayaking park on the Illinois River.
Whoa. Now, is that come complete with a shuttle to take you back up to the top and drop you back off, that type of thing? Or
I'm not sure what all they're going to do.
It probably would. Yeah. I mean, because there's all of the river systems around here, all just like the mountain biking stuff, where there's tour guides and shuttles and stuff like that. All the water stuff has the same element to it.
Since we moved here, we've heard rumors of this thing called a water trail, and there's a creek that runs kind of through town into Bella Vista, and we actually did a stand-up paddleboard float on it today.
Oh, sick.
The picture I sent you, Mark, but it's called the Little Sugar Creek. And we keep hearing that they're going to turn into water trail. We came from Bend, and the Deschutes River flowed right through the middle of Bend, and you could float it. The city bus came by with a trailer, you toss your undertube in the back of it and ride it back to the front. Nice. So we're not sure what's going to happen, but that's kind of what's been described to us, or what we're picturing is something along those lines where, you can multi-sport days, right? Where you're kayaking and paddleboarding and biking all in the same pairs of shorts.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Right. Oh, that's a good tagline right there.
You don't have to change.
Listening.
Yeah.
Wear your jorts, folks. Wear your jorts.
Now, speaking of things like different type of sports, I know that when I was out there, gravel was big, XC was big, and Jeremy, I didn't realize you're kind of a gravel machine. Talk a little bit about your gravel race pedigree there. That's pretty awesome.
I've only done 2 gravel races, and both of them were rule of 3. One was last year and one was this year.
So you did rule of 3? Oh my God.
So pavement, single track, and gravel. One bike, pick your weapon. 50-mile course and a 100-mile course. And I'm currently on a California brand, Poseidon. I actually love Poseidon Redwood. It's a really entry level, $1,000 ready to rock bike, but they're an absolute blast. But they have a 30-pound category. I finished my 50-mile ride in a three and a half hours.
Dude,
wow. Ride. And we had 15, 16 miles of single track out of that 50 as well. So pretty high amount for a drop bar bike. And that's old school. That's on the back 40.
Intense.
Yeah, old school hand cut single track.
But Oz Gravel just launched. And so if you are a gravel rider, the gravel riding here is world class. Like, it is incredible. And so that just launched. And so that's going to be even bigger here, and more and more and more events. Like this Saturday, they're doing an event called Roll Into the River. And so there's a 25 or a 40-mile course. You gravel 40 or 25 miles, and then it's a river hangout for the day. And so it's just
nonstop.
It's just nonstop. Like,
oh my god,
you can't even go to everything. So
we try.
Right.
You actually just need a job where you can just be on your bike all the time to be able to do it.
You know what I
mean?
Yeah, we quit our corporate gigs so we can ride our bike all the time.
Build a business around biking so you can ride all the time. It's the only way.
You guys are living the dream.
It's
I
the only
love
way.
it.
We are.
I love it. This is so good. And I'm glad that we're able to share this with the folks that are listening to the podcast, the people that subscribe to this. We're in over 35 countries now. So, hey, folks, if you're listening out there, you got to go to Bentonville. You got to check it out. It is just amazing. Now, I know there's a lot of trails. And if I had to pick one trail for me with the small amount that I got to do, it'd probably be between Hammer Down, just because of that step up at the end where we got to throw a bunch of tricks off it. And I also love Cease and Desist, because like if you string it all together with Drop the Hammer, that's just an amazing experience. But if I had to ask you guys who's been there for the longest, what would you call out as your favorite trail and why? And we'll start with let's start with Scott to Brandon to Jeremy and end on Tiffany with that.
Oh boy, man, there's so many to choose from.
Don't say Hammer Down.
No, I know. Honestly,
he goes there all the time, guys.
I know. I go there all the time. But you know what is it's not a gnarly trail, but I'd have to say I have the biggest smile on my face every time I do it is Jesse's Last Stand.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
I mean, you just get moving on that trail.
Yeah.
Just moving. It's short. Go ahead.
Did you come out to the speed test on Jesse's where they brought out the radar gun and we tried?
No,
I wanted to go so bad. That looked so fun.
That'd be awesome.
That looked really fun.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of thing that I would like to do. It's like, hey, we're not racing. We're just trying to figure out how fast we can go.
Yeah,
you know, like, I love that.
What kind of speeds were you clocking off of there, Jeremy? Do you remember?
We were hitting right around 30.
Oh my God.
On trail. That's like that's stuff that you would do like bombing a hill, like on a road or something, you know?
Yeah, and this trail is only 46 seconds long or so.
But it's a heavy 40.
And if you notice, like the drop in of it, if you notice the start just keeps going further back and it keeps getting
when people start,
they
just keep going like, further and further up the hill.
They just want to take off and get going.
Eventually the trail is just gonna be like up the hill and continue down.
Yeah.
You know, you're just gonna make it. Yeah.
That wouldn't be bad at all. When we dropped in Brando, you lost your chain and you pumped the crap out of that thing.
That's the cool part about that trail. Well, funny enough, shout out Trailblazers. They redid the trail not too long ago, and honestly, with the way that the pump bumps, like the off-camber pump bumps, like I could just pump the whole thing and get enough speed to. I still aired the bridge, and I didn't pedal.
Even pedal once.
Yeah, bro, you were gone. We were hollering at you like Aaron Gwynn's on the trail.
I just watched that clip. Legendary.
Brandon, what would you say if you had to pick one? Which one would be yours?
Man, you know, I'm gonna venture out of Bentonville for this one. I'm very particular of Eureka Springs. Leatherwood's probably like my most favorite place to ride. Probably because there's a shuttle and I'm lazy. But down the road from that, Jagged Axe built Passion Play, and at Passion Play there's a trail called Rapture, and it's like a big, like a high speed jump line. And I love it. I just love it so much.
Jump is
yeah, the last jump. I want to say it's like, I want to say it's on like tape. I want to say it's like 38 feet or 40. It was 40 feet. They toned it back just a little bit, but gave it a little more boot.
Toned it back by 2 feet.
Yeah. I guess. But yeah, I mean, I remember I was talking to Alex, the owner of Jagged Axe, and he was saying that, you know, everybody complains about Arkansas not having like a serious big jump line, and he's like, I build this thing and nobody comes. It's scary. It
is scary. You have to
it's
be
intimidating
to ride that whole thing.
It's intimidating. You need some cojones to send it. So
Passion Play is a big place. Everything out there is tough.
Passion Play is dope. The what's is it Deliverance that has the hole, Jeremy?
Yep.
Yeah. That trail is so rad. I mean, there's a road gap, and then there's like, you know, tech sections that like you're like on the edge of like the top of these rocks, and then you're going down like a waterfall shelf that, I mean, it's kind of like it's almost downhill territory when you get to that last part, because you're just so like tilted. Like you better have a bike with the right geo.
I broke my shoulder blade there last year.
You did on Deliverance?
Getting ready for the enduro out there. Yeah.
Damn, Jeremy, you could break, bro. You look like a GI Joe. How is that happening?
Lock it together.
To, like lift so I could get some of that.
It was actually 5 weeks before the Rule of 3 the first time.
Oh man!
And
where'd you break it at?
All the way clean through, top to bottom, shoulder blade.
Whoa!
Where were you at on trail?
Oh, it was on the waterfall. Yeah,
you were on that waterfall before the hole.
Yeah, pre-riding, got a little bit heavy on the bars.
It's so gnarly.
His Strava, like when he hit the tree, like he was like flying through, and then like the Strava, like it drops down to 0.
Oh my gosh, dead stop.
You were going, and it was Wile E. Cody.
Oh man, dang, that sounds like
we're out there.
Spot.
Yeah, I was out there with a couple of juniors looking at line choices, and I chose the wrong one.
Yeah, you're like, so don't take that one.
Now, did your front tire like just turn on you, or did you hit a tree?
I hit a G out. I G'd out the bottom of it, and then I got catapulted into a rock garden.
Oh God, man, that's crazy.
It's it's a double black. I would say it's a seriously category double black.
Yeah.
And then Jeremy, so then you you didn't race the 3 after the broken shoulder blade.
Did you?
Yeah, 5 weeks after.
Stop it! Stop it! And what place?
That's pretty gnar.
Watch this.
Last year I got.
Watch you get first.
fourth or fifth in my category last year. I got first this year. I didn't get on
Good.
this year.
Yeah, congratulations.
Dang,
dude, honestly, and for people that don't know about this area and like that race particularly, I will never sign up for that. I am a wussy. I will never.
It's so fun,
gnarly.
though.
It's so gnarly. Like I have some friends that race in it, and like I just think it's so crazy that y'all can do that. Like it's just so much endurance. It's rad.
For those that aren't familiar with the gravel scene is pretty fun. Their races, their venues are wild. They're very community driven. Everything is about the community. It's community focused, and they just want to have a good time. They're a wild bunch.
And I've also heard the gravel stuff is very diverse in gravel. I don't know much about gravel, but I've heard that it's not tame. Like it's like your gravel, your single tracking, your road, you're back to single track.
You're bombing gravel hills with softball size rock on it. That's the road. It's not manicured gravel. Yeah, it's a little bit. You're riding a 40-45 mil tire, bombing it with drop bars. It is sketchy.
Arkansas has back roads.
Yeah.
And that's that's the best gravel territory, probably. I'm guessing.
Yep.
Dang, that's crazy. Yeah, we gotta have a conversation started with you, Jeremy, with YT coming into town, because they've got a gravel bike called the Scepter.
That's right.
If you're dominating the podium there, that might be a good conversation. So, and then
grab
Jeremy,
that red phone.
Right, the red phone right behind Joey.
Joey.
Put a call in there. Jeremy, how about you as far as favorite trail out there for the mountain bike?
Fireline.
Yeah.
Fireline is a burner. It is as fast as you can possibly pedal. It's gravity fed, big fast berms, big booter jumps, anything you want. You can roll that thing and be a brand new novice rider and have a good time, or you can send that thing at full speed, puking at the end of it. And that's my enduro training run. I'll go up there and I just run laps.
And the climb trail, the climb trail.
And the climb back up.
It's so easy.
Right.
Yeah, pedal assist. That trail, that is a good one, because those 2 big tabletops at the end, you're pedaling for those babies, but your smile is like, it's like when you're a kid and somebody kicked you the ball and you're like going for it and you don't realize how tired you are until you kick the ball away and you're like, oh my God. When you end that trail and you're under the trees, you're like, whoa, hold on, give me a second before I talk to anybody.
You're doubled over when you get to the end of that one for a minute. You have to catch your breath for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, good call out on that one.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good call.
Tiffany, how about you?
Okay, well, my skills are not up to par with these guys, but I would actually say right now my current favorite trail is Catapult up at the castle.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. That's my
Big.
wife's favorite trail.
Yeah. Like I was privileged to take a clinic from Annika Bearden. She's a world champion that lives in Bentonville now.
She's
and
amazing.
she taught me how to jump. And so that's kind of, to be new into that. I feel like that's a really good trail to get your feet wet.
Yeah,
oh man,
that's
that
a fun
first,
one to lap.
Right, that first drop's intimidating. It's a big roll.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's great.
Coming off
It's
the
fun.
castle, you're like, here we go.
I would say it's very empowering trail, because it's a very easy trail to keep speed and learn jumps. I mean, I think my wife did catch air on that trail, and she like just started, and
yeah, you finish it and you're like, oh, my feet came off the
like,
pedal.
I was on the pedal.
That's an important thing to mention is the jumps here. So normal trail networks don't have a lot of built-in jumps, right? They just don't. I don't know if it's a risk aversion thing or trying to keep liability down or whatever. That's not the case here. There is not a trail in Bentonville without jumps on it.
It doesn't have a jump on it. Every trail has a jump.
But they're all rollable. So that's what you have to know is like nothing, everything is so purpose built. Don't get me wrong, people can get hurt very easily, but if you do know what you're doing, like they know what they're doing as well. And so like
they're confident inspiring, right? You learn to hit the jumps here. They're built so well. They're built for the right speed. They're built for the right weight. They send you off at the right angle, and you get really, really comfortable in the air. I'm terrible at jumping. When I moved here, I was fast, but I didn't jump. I didn't like being in the air. They really are confidence
inspiring. That's perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. Or you could be like Brandon on Choo Choo and just send from berm to berm with a big gap in between. Like, wow, dude, we were like, we were doing a right berm and you just took off.
Well, I will say, just to be honest here, I hadn't done it before that. So that was
the first time
breaking the ice on that one, but
that was clean.
I was just feeling it. It was just like it was the day. It was the day to hit it.
Yeah, I was following you. I was feeling my brakes.
Yeah, but Choo Choo, Choo, we did, I guess, runners up, honorable mentions. Choo Choo, everybody loves Choo Choo because it just has the big berms to like warm it up, and then. Not that Choo Choo is like a super crazy trail, but then like right next to it is all Rim Trail,
the chunky one.
Walter's
Whistle.
Which is really fun too. That's you can get moving on that one too.
You can.
I got to ask you, Mark. I think if you remembered, we had talked about, or I had mentioned it to you when I lived in San Diego and I came out here to visit my daughter all the time. I'd bring my bike and I'd stay out here for 2 weeks. And I really thought I was going to go back to San Diego and suck because everything is just so perfect here that I'm going to go back to the San Diego trails where San Diego doesn't have the options to have all the machines on trail. It's all just shovels and wheelbarrows and stuff. And I really thought I was going to suck, and it was the opposite. Like I came back better. And I wonder if you noticed any difference in your riding skills just for being here for 3 days?
Yeah.
Berm clinics.
I did. I felt like it was a clinic when I was there. Everything was so confidence inspiring, the way the trails are made and the stoke. And then when I came back, I just continued on with that confidence on my local trails out here at Greer. And like Choo Choo with the berms, like, first couple berms, you're like, all right, lean the bike. Don't put the body so much into it. Inside pedal up. And then by the time you get to the bottom, it's like ingrained in your head. And then when I'm out here at Greer, like I'm automatically doing that, for my body mechanics. And the jumping, because we were in the air so much there, I didn't have to think about it. I have to think about warming up to the jumps. It was just like, let's just go.
You get comfortable in the air.
It's that progression like you talked about. Yeah. Because you can just start small and like slowly, I want to say find your wall, but like find where you could get, like I think coming here, you might jump. If you're not a jumper, like you said, Jeremy, like you're going to learn how to jump. you're going to.
Yeah. And they're built so well, like 15-degree takeoffs, the way you guys have it done.
Dude,
like
shout out to the trail builders,
Yeah.
like, because I mean, we really have some of the best trail companies working here. Like it's really kind of insane.
I love that. In Bentonville, only in Bentonville, and it was, oh my gosh! I have to come back. October time frame.
Come back.
Yeah.
Hey, I
It's
gotta
the
come
best.
back.
It's the best.
As we
Seriously.
wind it out, you guys, I can't believe we're already over an hour. And for the chats, I love you guys for being on. This is great. Let's anything that we didn't cover that we should mention for the show for the folks wanting to know about Bentonville.
No, just book. Like, don't like.
Just come.
You can't explain it. Just come.
Just
here.
come.
Like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
Yes.
thrilled. And I will throw because I'm the girl on here. If you're worried about your wife not having something to do or something, they don't ride. Anybody can ride the Razorback Greenway. It connects from Bella Vista all the way to Fayetteville. It's paved. It's concrete. Just get on a cruiser and go. But we also have world-class art in Northwest Arkansas. The Crystal Bridges Museum, the Momentary Museum, the Native American Museum. We have a lot to do here and a lot to offer. And
all those are free. None of those things cost any money.
No admission fees. And so, if you don't mountain bike, that's okay. Come anyway. Like the food scene is great. The museum scene is great. There's shopping here. Just nature, just the nature and coffee shops here would keep you busy. And so, bring your wife, bring your kids. The kids here, that's the other thing. Oh man, the Groms, you guys, they're so
The Groms
good.
are so good.
They're so fun to watch.
I'll call this, man. We are gonna have a pro. One of these kids are gonna be like a serious level top pro.
I feel like we're all taking bets on them too. Like
Yes.
I'm down to get in this bet pool.
kids,
We want to do
there's
this?
some
If we're gonna do a
girls,
betting
yeah.
pool, because I'm down.
Yeah.
Yes.
These kids are so good. Like they're just it really is amazing.
Trio Trail Pimp is saying if you guys have Bravo TV, my wife is in 100.
You guys know what to do. Get Bravo on the TVs.
Bravo.
Yeah. I would have my money bet on the trio behind bars. Those
kids are pretty good.
Freaking crazy. So I think the youngest one was on a Prevello, I think. And he went off, dropped the hammer, and did a crank flip.
Oh
and
I didn't
the
know
dude
that.
was like maybe 6. I was like, wait, what? What just happened? Those kids were
insane.
And we were filming.
I had a 7-year-old run the Hot Springs Marathon, Hot Springs Enduro with us. The full 20 miles. Yeah, Northwoods.
Yep.
Full 20 miles, 2,200 feet of elevation, 6 stages. He was 7 years old, ran the whole thing unsupported by himself.
Oh my gosh. There's going to be some Olympians coming out of that town.
It's happening. It's just like, like in California where there's like tons of skate parks and it breeds pro skateboarders. It's like, that's what's going to happen here. Like we're going to have our own, it's just like, like Whistler where, pros come out of there, it's like, it's the same thing's going to happen here for sure.
I know it. I bet. I know for sure it's going to happen. You could feel it when you're there. Like it is definitely part of the culture. Mountain biking is in the water there in Bentonville and the surrounding areas. That whole NWA.
Or we spike the water. I mean, I think that might be what's going on.
Pepper a little bit of Stoke in here, a little more Stoke in there.
Yeah.
Whatever your off season is back home, it's on season here.
It's on season here.
365 days. We got wet weather. We got over 100 miles of wet weather trails. You can ride while it's pouring rain. Come out and ride. Wintertime, springtime, summertime. October and May are the 2 premier months for sure, but they're also the busiest. So you got to share the trails.
Yep.
Dang, that's so good.
Book early.
That's right.
Yeah.
Especially in October.
Yeah, definitely going to do that. So folks, check out the Bike In. Jeremy and Tiffany, anything you guys want to share about the Bike In before we close out the podcast?
No, we're trying to build lifelong customers at the Bike In. And so,
it's for you guys. We built it for all of you guys. Come check it out. We truly did. We want you guys to be comfortable. We want you to have a good time and meet some new friends and have fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
And see what this place is about. We love to showcase this town and we feel so privileged to be a part of this place. And we just want to share it with everybody that we can.
I love that. I love that. Check them out at thebikein.com in Bentonville. You can book on there right there. And then there's a number if you want to go ahead. You could text as well, the Bike In, and get information on rooms available. And that actually goes right here to Jeremy and to Tiffany. So thebikein.com. And then for the Narkansas, anything for you guys that you wanted to share about the Narkansas?
We're just some local boys that want to ride. So if you guys come down here to hang out like Mark and Eric and Brett did, like we're down to go show you around, kind of maybe not like a corporate style tour trail guide, but just hanging out like a couple of buddies back home.
We are just some dudes. We're some some dudes.
Yeah, we like
you guys are.
We like watch how you say that though. Watch how you say that. Don't.
Some Brokeback Mountain type of thing. Yeah,
right.
Riding dudes.
No, riding dudes.
Beast mode.
Yeah, man. Just hit us up, man. We're down to ride anytime, man.
And where can they find you guys if they want to come out and reach out to you all? Where will they find you?
Naturallynar.com is our website. We kind of like blog posts and store and stuff like that. If you want any Narkansas merch, official Narkansas jerseys on there. And then, our Instagram. I mean, we're heavy on Instagram. You know, we're always just posting, our things,
Yeah, you can hit me up at Scott Ripple on Instagram.
And he'll pick you up.
Yeah,
he'll pick you up from the buttery biscuit.
I ride all the time.
Just one more bite, bro. Just one more bite.
I'll pick you up at the buttery biscuit or wherever you're at.
Or I'll butter your biscuit, whatever,
dude. Jeremy and Tiffany, how about you guys for the Bike In? Where can people follow along to your adventures out there?
The Bike In Bentonville on Instagram, the Bike In on Facebook, and thebikein.com online. Yeah,
I love
check
it.
Out.
I love it. Guys, please check them out. If you're thinking about going to Bentonville and booking it, you need to. You got to just experience it. Like they said, the stoke is unreal. It is very hard to explain, but you know it when you're in there. That's Joey right. Yates, I could see you. I could see the wheels turning up there.
You guys haven't stopped talking about Bentonville since you got
I think you got to blindfold him on his trip here, so he still doesn't know how.
He still doesn't know how to get here.
There. Exactly. Where am I?
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for being on the show. I really appreciate it, folks. You have been talking with Tiffany and Jeremy from the Bike In Bentonville, as well as Scott and Brandon from the Narkansas. Guys, check it out. Book your flights October out there in Bentonville. And thanks for joining. We'll see you guys all on the next episode.
Thanks for having us, Mark. Appreciate it.
Of course.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.